Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2008 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. This is a linked answer question, and the statement for this one is going to be given like this. Look at the circuit diagram. In the following transistor circuit, VBE is given as 0.7 volts, RE, this is not R3, it is RE. Okay, it is RE. RE is nothing but given as RE is 25 millivolts by IE, and beta and all capacitances are very large. Beta is very large, all capacitances, that is CC1, CC2, CE, all given as very large. We are going to calculate the value of DC current IE. Okay, the DC current IE, the value of this one, the DC current IE, current flowing through emitter, okay, IE, and midband voltage gain of the amplifier. DC current IE and midband voltage gain. These two things we are going to calculate. Midband voltage gain is nothing but voltage gain at mid frequencies. Remember that one. Midband voltage gain is nothing but voltage gain at mid frequencies. That we are going to calculate. These two things. Okay. So the value of DC current can be calculated using DC analysis. Whereas midband voltage gain can be calculated using AC analysis. Because the circuit is given with, this is source 1, this is a DC source, okay, and here you are going with some input signal as VI, which is nothing but AC source. So the circuit is composed of two sources, one is DC signal voltage, the other is nothing but AC input voltage. So whenever a circuit consisting of two or more sources, at that time overall response can be calculated by using superposition theorem. The superposition theorem says that one overall response is nothing but response due to individual sources. By that time, okay, whenever you are considering one individual source, at that time all other individual sources must be nullified. Okay, so here also if you are going to calculate the response due to DC voltage source, at that time AC voltage should be treated as 0, and if you want to go for the AC response due to AC voltage source, by that time DC voltage must be treated as 0. So if you are considering DC voltage only, that is nothing but DC analysis. If you are considering AC voltage only, at that time that is nothing but AC analysis. Overall response is nothing but addition of those two things. Okay, so by using DC analysis we can calculate the Q point. Q point is nothing but operating point, where what is the DC collector current, DC emitter current, DC collector to emitter voltage, like this we can calculate the values. And AC analysis mainly used to calculate gain, okay, gain, input impedance Zi, output impedance Z0, okay, and bandwidth FL, FH, like this we can calculate using AC analysis. But we are not going with all those things. The question is asking about only midband voltage gain. Voltage gain at mid frequencies we are going to calculate. So first we will calculate DC current flowing through the emitter, that is IE, using DC analysis. Okay, so this is what the circuit given, and we are going with DC analysis. DC analysis is nothing but we are going with only DC voltages. For DC voltages, for DC implies nothing but frequency is 0, remember that one. So all capacitors act as open circuit. All capacitors for DC signals, for DC signals acts as open circuit, because Xc is equal to reactance of capacitance. If you calculate, Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, 1 by 2 pi Fc, and F is equal to 0. Something by 0 is nothing but infinite, which is nothing but open circuit. So all capacitors are acting as open circuit, so that implies nothing but this is open circuit, this gets open circuit, this gets open circuit. Okay, so now it is consisting of only these two resistors at the biasing side and 3 kilo ohm resistor at the RC and 2.3 kilo ohms at the RE. This will not come into the picture for the DC analysis. So your equivalent circuit is going to be consisting of like this. the equivalent circuit, DC equivalent circuit is going to be looks like this one. This is what DC equivalent circuit with the voltage as 9 volts. Okay, and here it is 3K, this is 20K, and it is 10K, and this is 2.3K. Okay, this is what circuit. Now you have to draw the Thevenin's equivalent circuit at base so that you can calculate IE, the required current. Okay, and look at this one. Now Thevenin's equivalent circuit at base is nothing but you can draw in this way a VTH value and a RTH value, and that is going to be connected to the base of a transistor, and all other elements are going to be unchanged. That is nothing but this RE, which is nothing but 2.3 kilo ohms, is unchanged, and RC is also unchanged. Okay, which is connected with 9 volts, and it is 3 kilo ohms. So VTH and RTH, simply this 20K 10K voltage divider is going to be replaced using Thevenin circuit, so that Thevenin's equivalent is nothing but at the base you are going to be replacing, okay, entire circuit with a Thevenin's voltage in series with Thevenin's resistance, where VTH is equal to, you can calculate VTH is equal to VCC into, below resistance is nothing but 10K divided by 10K plus 20K. That implies nothing but VCC is 9 into 10 by 30, which is nothing but 3 volts. So VTH is nothing but 3 volts. RTH value is nothing but you can calculate like this. RTH is nothing but 20 parallel 10K, that you will get RTH. But in this one, given beta is very large, beta is very large, beta is very large implies nothing but simply you can neglect always IB. IB is nothing but you can write it as IC by beta, and IC by very large is nothing but something by very large is going to be treated as approximately 0. So IB value is going to be treated as 0. Whenever beta is very large, directly you can take the assumption of IB can be neglected. Okay, simply it is an indirect way of specifying neglect the base current by using a statement beta is very large. Okay, so by that time the current flowing through this RTH is nothing but IB, but the value of IB is 0, and current flowing through this 2.3 kilo ohms is nothing but IE, and this is the voltage drop across VBE, this is VBE, voltage drop across emitter base junction. Apply KVL, apply KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, at base emitter loop. So as you are applying KVL across base emitter loop, you can write it as VTH minus IB times of RTH minus VBE minus IE times of 2.3K is equal to 0. This is what you will get. So VTH is nothing but we have calculated 3, and IB is equal to 0, so this term will be 0. We don't get this term because IB is equal to 0 given beta is very large, minus VBE is given as 0.7 volts minus IE times of 2.3 kilo ohms, that is equal to 0. So from this one you can calculate it as IE is equal to 3 minus 0.7 is 2.3 divided by 2.3 kilo ohms is nothing but 1 milliampere you will get. So IE value is nothing but 1 milliampere, and that you can write it as IC plus IB, but IB value is going to be 0, so you can write it as IC itself is going to be 1 milliampere. So the value of IE and IC are going to be same since IB is equal to 0. So IC value is also same as 1 milliampere. This we will use it later. Okay. Now first part is nothing but you have calculated the IE value, which is 1 milliampere. Second part is nothing but you have to calculate midband voltage gain. Midband voltage gain we are going to calculate using AC analysis. AC analysis. Okay. So for AC analysis, the capacitors CC1, CC2, CC3, CE, all capacitors are very large. That implies nothing but all capacitors are short circuits. All capacitors are act as short circuit. because the capacitance value is very large. So whenever you are going with xc is nothing but 1 by 2 pi f into c you have to write, but c is given as very large. Something by very large is nothing but it is approximated as 0, which is nothing but short circuit. So all capacitors are act as short circuit. So this is acting as short circuit, this is also acting as short circuit. Whenever it is acting as short circuit, emitter is directly connected to ground. The effect of this Re is going to be suppressed, and this capacitor is going to be act as short circuit such that V input is directly connected across base. Okay, now the circuit is going to be looks like this one. It is connected as so. This is emitter is directly grounded, and there is a resistor connected across this one, and over here you are going with two resistors here, and this is what V input. So Vi is directly connected across base because capacitor is acting as open circuit, and it is 9 volts. This is 3K, and this is also 3K, and it is 20K, and it is 10K. Okay, now we have to draw the AC equivalent circuit for this diagram. Draw AC equivalent circuit. Draw AC equivalent circuit to calculate midband gain. To calculate mid-band voltage gain. Okay, so AC equivalent circuit can be drawn in this way. So first we are going with this DC voltage source is going to be treated as ground, so that we are going in this way. This is collector, and it is base, and this is emitter. So we are going with a transistor symbol first. Okay, we are indicating the terminals collector, emitter, and base. So starting with emitter, emitter is directly connected to ground, so that we can connect it to ground. Okay, next collector is going to be connecting with, from collector to ground there is a 3 kilo ohm resistor, and from collector to this is also a ground, so that 3 kilo ohm resistor, two 3 kilo ohm resistors are between collector to ground. This is collector to ground, and this DC voltage source is also acting as ground for the AC analysis, so that you are going to be getting this one as 3 kilo ohms followed with 3 kilo ohms. So 3K, and it is also 3K. That is nothing but one is RC, but the other is RL. And next, across base, from base there is a, from base if you are going to check, from base this 20 kilo ohm resistor is between base, and the other end is between ground. So between base and ground there is a 20 kilo ohm resistor, and between base and ground there is another 10 kilo ohm resistor, so that again we are going with two resistances between base and ground, between base and ground like this. So this is 20K, and it is 10K, and this is what Vi directly we are applying, plus minus. Now you have to replace this transistor symbol with its equivalent circuits. Okay, and by that time we are replacing these two resistors as a single one, these two resistors as a single resistor. So here the transistor symbol is now replacing with, the transistor symbol is now replacing with its equivalent one, which is going to be treated as like this. This is what simplified, this is what simplified R parameter model for the common emitter. So this is base, and it is emitter, this is emitter, and it is collector. So this is going to be treated as R pi or RBE, and this is nothing but GMVBE. GMVBE. VBE is nothing but over here, voltage between base and emitter. Okay, now this is a symbol. So this is equivalent circuit for the symbol of transistor, that is for this symbol we have drawn the equivalent circuit. Now we have to add the other resistances of this circuit. Collector is going to be, emitter is directly connected to ground, so that it is directly connected to ground, and there is a resistor between, ground and collector, whose value is nothing but 3 parallel 3 is nothing but 1.5 kilo ohms. Okay, and there is one more resistor whose value is nothing but 20 parallel 10, 20 parallel 10. Okay, that is nothing but 20 by 3, you can write 20 by 3 k, and this is what we are going for the Vi, and this is VBE. VBE is also same as Vi, because VBE is from base to emitter, Vi is also from the base to emitter. Remember that one. Now V naught is nothing but voltage across this load. We can write V naught as, okay, V naught as, V naught is equal to, the current flowing through this 1.5 kilo ohms is nothing but GMVB is the current flowing through this 1.5 kilo ohm, but it is flowing in opposite direction. Generally current flows from positive to negative, but the current is now flowing in this direction. Look at this one. So that the current flowing is, actual current is flowing in opposite direction. So we are placing one minus sign and you are multiplying GMVBE into 1.5 kilo ohms, 1.5 K. So Gm is going to be written as minus of, Gm is nothing but IC by Vt, IC by Vt. Gm value can be calculated from the DC collector current. The value is nothing but IC by Vt into VBE. Okay, into VBE into 1.5 K into VBE, and V0 by VBE. V0 by VBE is equal to, V0 by VB is equal to minus IC implies nothing but 1 milliampere divided by 25 millivolts into 1.5 K kilo ohms. So V0 divided by VBE is nothing but Vi. That is nothing but voltage gain required. So which is equal to milli cancels, 1 by 25 into 1.5 kilo ohms is nothing but 1500, right? So this is going to be equal to minus 60. Okay, so the midband voltage gain is nothing but the value of minus 60. RE is not required for this problem. Okay, you can calculate midband voltage gain as directly minus 60. So what we have calculated is nothing but the DC value of IE is nothing but 1 milliampere. So the right option is A, and midband voltage gain is nothing but the right option is D, minus 60. Thank you.